This is a group, 3 officers who came to London during the Prague Spring in 1967 for 1 month. Major Zhrihova, Major Filipa Vencova, who was in prison for 9 years, and Major Wojcikova. This is Brigadier and Mrs. Davis, who were British officers and were kicked out, you know. And that is Colonel Knudsen, a Danish officer, who loved the Czech officers. And that is Palstra, who was the International Secretary from Holland. But I was the Assistant Under Secretary, so I had to go and meet them when they arrived for 1 month. Kapka had to be called a Kapka because there were so many Maoris, they all had to have a different army name, and that was Kapka and that was Manka. But Kapka had worked extra so that she could bring Vencova, who was not very strong, by air. And so they stayed 1 month. And I went down to the airport to meet them. I didn't know a word of Czech, and she didn't know a word of English, but we immediately formed a bond, and we became friends. Well, I was friends with them all, of course. And that 1 month I had to arrange little outings and little teas, and they came to international headquarters. This is when this was taken, at international headquarters for in a restaurant, and they spoke at Nidril prayer meeting. And the night before, I had found the document signed by Albert Osborne to say that about being proscribed, the army being proscribed, saying that these officers who appeared on that document were still to be considered Salvation Army officers. If and when the work started again, they must be received as officers. And that's what they had longed for. And Vencova could speak English. She was the youth secretary, she was the editor of the war cry, etc. And when she heard that, she cried to think that she was still a Salvation Army officer. And all these 3 had uniforms provided by officers at Penge Corps, so they could wear their uniforms, you see. And they were only here a month, and they went back, and Major and Mrs. Burish came later in the year, when Mrs. Burish went back, she told them that I was coming the next year, 68, to see them. Well, I hadn't said that really. I'd said, yeah, I'll come one day. And so I had to. So I used to bake cakes and mince pies and what have you, and take them up to the office and raise money to come, because I only knew 5 then, you see. And I went to Prague for what I thought would be the only time I would go. It was only going to be a one-off visit, but we stood in the little trade department of the old headquarters at Londynska, and Burish said to me, Violet, will you say something? And I didn't know what to say to these people. So I did say to them, well now, I knew it meant a lot to them to be with them and stay with them, not just in and out. And I said, well now, I'll promise you I'll come every year if I can get a visa and if I'm well enough. And I kept that promise, and I've seen them all go. And Mrs. Knudsen, her husband, his wife said, Violet, I do hope that you survive them all, because she said, I don't think anybody else would do it. But of course we didn't think that it would start again, you see. But it kept the link going, and that's how I came to come. And for the first 10 years I had to finance it all myself. And then I had a very nice IS I'd worked for before, and then the army budgeted for my fare, but a lot of money went into it apart from that, but it was marvellous really. So that was a long time. And I've got a big family. Yeah. So I'm trying to put it all down in black and white, you know. And I've started it. I started my book. I've done about 14 pages. At the beginning, you've got to lead up to it to see. So whether it'll pass the censor, I don't know. That's it, put it off.